everybody, it is Tyler here, and today I will be showing you my Remiliss deck that got me into top 16 at the 2019 Rochford PTC. This deck is a ton of fun, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, let's start off by talking about what Remiliss 1. And Remiliss 2. do. So Remiliss 1. says that R, after you play a character card, draw one card. In E, add one character card from your card pool to your staging area for +2 damage. Remiliss 2. says E, add one character card from your staging area to your hand for +2 speed. And R, after a character card is added to your staging area, ready a foundation. So what the whole engine of the deck is, and what you're trying to do, is you play a 2. To draw a card with the Remiliss 1. Then you play an attack, and you add this into your staging area for +2 damage with the 1. Respond with the 2. Ready a foundation, and then you add this back to your hand for +2 speed. And then you just loop that. And what ends up happening is that for +1 difficulty on all your attacks, you get 2 damage, 2 speed, draw a card, and rain 1 foundation. I think that's insane. And when you see the 2. Early enough, you can really pop off, and it's a ton of fun to play. It's a really great time. So that being said, let's get into what I play. I play for the 2. Ob, because this is the entire engine. You require the 2. to do anything. It's the one downside of the deck is that this is required to win games. It's very, very hard to do anything if you don't have this 2. And then I play one extra 1. To just have value, because when I have the 2. Now I don't have to cycle this card to do stuff. I can just cycle this one, and on my opponent's turn, I can just use this to infinitely block. And then when they decide to stop attacking, I don't lose the 2. And have to start all over. I just lose the 1. And I don't have to worry. I can now, on my attack string, loop this. So that's all the character cards I play. I don't think you need more of the 1. Than just the 1. If you really want to make sure you have all the characters, sure, play it. But I don't think it's required. I play 4 Let's Cut Looses, because this card is just insane. We all know Let's Cut Loose. It's kind of unfair. It's a very, very good card. I play 3 Ancestral Quiver. Now, Ancestral Quiver, guys, this card's really good right now. If you're worried about Dejanet, if you're worried about anything that uses momentum for anything, play this card. This card gave me so much value with the form discard your momentum. It's insane. And fun thing against Dejanet, because I know she's sort of a problem, is that she can't stop you from playing this card. You just say form, discard your entire momentum, and if she were to be okay, respond, add it back to your hand, cool, the effect still goes off because she doesn't cancel it, but then, I don't know, you get this and you get to play it and discard momentum and give everything stun too. It's really cool. The other cool thing I like about this card is that while it's in the card pool, it gives all your checks +1 instead of saying it doesn't count. And what that means is that when you play Ricky, Mickey, Mario, whenever you add a character card from your card pool to your staging area, you then get to respond with this to check a 6. And if this is in your card pool, all your 5s become 6, and you get a draw card without having to commit any foundations. And you just get a ready a foundation for free with the 2. It's an insane amount of value when you can get it off. And that is why I'm playing 3 Ricky Mickey Mario. I'm also playing 1 Critty Yuga. This card, I don't think it needs to be in the deck. It's, in theory, it does a lot. Ready 1 extra foundation for +3 damage is crazy. And then a lot of these cards, especially with Quivering Arrow, can have stun on them, and you can just stun out your opponent's entire board very quickly. But I never really got to see it or use it, so I don't think it's really necessary. That's all the actions and assets. Next, we can move on to the attacks. I'm playing 4 Fog Blanket. This entire deck works off of cards leaving your card pool. So what that means is this is pretty necessary. It's just it's a big attack. You get 1,000,000 damage for all the character cards moving from your card pool to your staging area, and then you get to kick it and a bunch of attacks and get stunned too. Card's great. I'm playing 3 Fuma Seal. This card just kicks another card out of the card pool. It draws you a card for free. It is a momentum out, which there isn't a whole ton of in this deck, but you know, Powerful 6 is a good momentum out, especially with +2 speed and +2 damage. And then if you want, you can discard momentum, and then they can't block with weapon cards, which I don't know how useful that's become, but it's there. I'm playing 3 Netherstorm. This card is absolutely bonkers in this deck. So what it says is that all of your character cards, instead of counting towards +1 progressive, no longer do that. So now, with this in the card pool, all your character cards just draw you a card, Radio Foundation, and give +2/+2 on all attacks. Not to mention, you get to move a character card from your discard pile into your card pool, like say the 2-dot, and then you get to start looping them for free. You get, as long as they don't have a face down foundation, it's free. If they do, hopefully it's ready, and then you get to add a face down foundation to their hand, and you just negged them 1. Really cool stuff. It also has gauge, which is great. I'm playing 3 Borgeist Fang. Again, this has gauge. Great. It adds, so if you have +5, if you have 5 damage on the card, which you will, because you'll move this here and give it +2 damage, and then it has +5 speed. Awesome, and it can't be blocked by character cards, which is great against this. Besides that, that's why it's in the deck. It's also 3 speed, so you get a kick with Fog Blanket. Playing 4 Focus Charge gives +3 speed to the next thing. That's really cool with Fog Blanket. It's really cool with the next card I'm about to show you. That's why it's there. It's also stun 1, so works with Krita Yuga. There's more speed, more value. And then 4 Ace Maneuvers. You're going to have 1,000,000 cards leave your card pool. You can get this thing up to 20-30 damage very easily. You just have to loop all your character cards and then play this at the end, give it +20 damage. Hopefully, that will end a person's life. It also has +2 speed because, hey, you looped a character. That's all the attacks. This is the only thing that doesn't work with Fog Blanket, but besides that, it's all great. Next is Foundations. So first off, we're going to go with Quest for the Hero Sword. This card is to pick up Fog Blanket. Like that's its real purpose. It doesn't really, I never got to use this a whole ton on like defense to pick up a foundation. But, you know, play Fog Blanket, play a second Fog Blanket, flip, add that Fog Blanket I just kicked out of my card pool back to my hand and play it a 3rd time. Really cool. Gives me a lot of value. 2 God of Thunder, raise more foundation, +2 damage. God of Thunder is real good, you should probably know that. 1 Familiar Faces. This is for bang. You don't want to get banged because that shuts off your entire, what you're trying to do. It's actually not super detrimental, but it definitely slows down your turn enough that it could just end it and then you might die. So, definitely good. Really good on defense. Tijuana Groceries. Card's insane. I just get to continually ready it. For free, just by discarding stuff out of my card pool. 1 Blueprints. Probably should be higher. Like, this lets me, whenever I build it, search for a 2-dot inside of my deck and add it to my hand and lets me pop off right away. Card's great. Card's amazing. This absolutely should be at more than a 1 of. 2, Preparing the Curse. So what this does is that you call Remiliss. It doesn't matter which one. You just have to call Remiliss and they both count. And then for the rest of the turn, instead of being +1 difficulty, these now ignore, or no, I guess they still count towards progressive difficulty, but these now, you get to play them and not have to worry because they have -2 difficulty. Or -4 difficulty because you add it and then you ready it. And then it also says that on defense, these now are not a 0 block modifier, they are a -2 block modifier and then a -4 block modifier for things that have really high speed. Awesome card. Next, I play 2 Wandering Pirate. Probably doesn't need to be 2, but I really like to see it, especially since it readies foundations very easily because the character readies foundations, and it helps you pop off a little bit earlier. Playing 2 Secret History, shutting off their character, and it's a low block. That's why it's in the deck, mainly. Characters do a lot of stuff. Secret History is great for that. I play 2 Evil Eye. I don't really ever use the remove a character card from your card pool to draw 1 card, because I'm doing that already just by looping it. But if it's there, if you have a bunch of character cards, you can use it. It's mainly for the flip, return attack to its printed speed, in case I don't want to loop my character card, or I just need something to be less speedy. It's also a high block, which comes in handy. 1 new shipmates. I get to commit and ready it with my character card, so I get to use it more than once on a turn. It's pretty good. 3 Immortality. This card says that all my character cards are omni-blocks, and because I can loop my character card on defense, it is insane. Also, commit discard 2 cards to pick up this character card and start my loop is really good. This card is, if it wasn't a 4-check, it would 100% be in the deck as a 4 of, but there is 1 in the sideboard. So 3 Ageless and Wise. I don't want you to destroy my foundations, and that's about it. It's also a low block. Card's great. 3 Personal Limit. It's spam, it flips a foundation, and once again, it is a low block for whenever I need it. That's really why it's in the deck. 4 Finding Its Loss. Again, you're going to be moving a million cards from your card pool to your staging area, or just moving a million cards from your card pool. So this saying, hey, this gets +7 damage, this gets +7 damage, and then the next attack gets +7, really good. Really good. It will kill somebody. And then 4 Power Cycle. To say, whenever I get the character card, my 2-dot, into the discard pile, this card says, bam, bam, I now get to start my loop. That's why it's a 4. And then, if you happen to block with it, you get a ready foundation. Definitely not bad. Lastly, we'll move on to the sideboard. I play 2 Bang. This card, you know why you play Bang, right? You just take out Quest for the Hero Sword, you put in Bang, does a ton of work, really good. I play 1 more Familiar Faces for, if I've gotten banged, this says, no, stop doing that to me. I really need my character card. Play 1 more Immortality. Once again, it says I get to omni-block whatever I want, and I get to pick up my character card from the discard pile if so need. I play 1 more Ageless and Wise. Stop destroying my foundations. I play 1 Astronomy Tower. Probably doesn't need to be in the deck. I never use this card. Like, a better player would use it for its intended purposes, but I never really saw a need for it. But then again, I also didn't really know what I wanted to put in its spot. So, and then I play 2 Voices in the Dark. This says, get rid of your momentum. If you have its momentum hate, and then if on the off chance I'm facing a Goro, I don't want you to have that Nutcracker. Put it into your deck. That's why that's there. So yeah, that was my Remiliss 1-dot deck. This deck got me 16th place at the Rochford PTC. It was a ton of fun to play. It's a really fun deck that just pops off, and you just have a great time with it. So if you enjoyed that deck, please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Tell us what you would like to see. Come check out our Patreon if you're so inclined. It helps out a lot, and we really appreciate you for it. And until next time, stay learned.